The most successful and happiest retirees often owe their satisfaction not to what they've added to their lives, but what they've stopped doing. So let's discuss the habits they've quit that enhance their retirement success and their overall life contentment. I might get a lot of negative comments for one thing I mentioned, but that's part of sharing things publicly. And I think it's important and worth sharing, so I'm going to do it anyway. So the first thing that the happiest retirees stopped doing is that they stopped compromising their health. A friend of mine preparing for retirement mentioned his job was becoming more stressful and was actually causing him harm. He came home late, constantly thought about work, lacked time for exercise, and his sleep suffered. His motivation, considering what's next, was to prioritize health and well-being over work obligations. He focused on his sleep, his nutrition, and exercise. It was actually time to stop investing in extra income and savings and start prioritizing physical and mental health. The next thing successful retirees did was to stop taking their time for granted. As we get older, we know that everyone's health is declining. This is a normal part of life. But wealth, on the other hand, typically tends to grow as we get older and as we build our nest egg. But if you wait too long, that decline in health can actually put constraints on the enjoyment of your wealth, as more physical activities become harder as you get older. Everyone has different goals. Many of us want to enjoy the fruits of our labour now. We should value the limited time we have and use it wisely. If your work brings you joy and purpose and meaning, well, continue it by all means. However, if work stress outweighs the positives, it might be time to consider what's next. Many successful retirees stop unnecessary savings. They've already got enough. But less successful retirees keep working just for that extra year for security, not just for fulfillment. The truth is, when you reach a certain point, what you have never feels like enough. It often takes like a major event or self-reflection at work to realize when you've had enough. Adding more may feel like increasing your security or your future lifestyle, but make sure that you update your plan to see the long-term impact of working that extra year. Typically, you'll find it won't add as much as you think. And is it worth that additional lost time? If you've got a solid financial plan, think about enjoying the rewards of your hard work sooner rather than later. As for all of us, our time is limited. I'd also appreciate hearing from your thoughts in the comments, actually. Have you experienced a conflict about when's the right time to retire? And I want to know how you managed it, or if the desire to work for one more year just led you to postpone your retirement. Did you continue working, or did you decide otherwise, really? Often people find these comments very helpful for understanding what others who may be a few years ahead of them are actually experiencing. One other practice that successful retirees adopt is halting expenditure on items that are misaligned with their own core values. So take a few moments to review your spending habits over the past month, over the past year, and consider channeling more of your money into experiences and relationships that last longer rather than just material possessions that only offer a fleeting satisfaction. Successful retirees tend to worry less. Many of the fears nowadays are fed to us through the news, and that causes unnecessary anxiety and can even affect our finances. Often, these worries aren't even about real dangers, but just imagined threats or future uncertainties. And while we can't control the markets, inflation events, elections, we can manage our portfolio, our taxes, our spending habits, and how much news we consume. It's incredible how reducing news intake can boost happiness. Every day has its own issues, and worrying doesn't solve future problems. It just ruins today's peace. But if you found this video whilst doom scrolling through YouTube, then stop, go for a walk, enjoy nature. Another step is to avoid spending time with people who bring you down. Sometimes certain individuals, even family members, can drain your energy and they can transfer their negativity to you. I know a friend with a family member like this, and their negativity was overwhelming. They tried to stay positive by, being the light in the room, really trying to drive out that negativity. However, another approach is just to have an honest conversation about how their negativity affects you. Here's the key point that might upset some of you, and that is that the happiest retirees stop over supporting their adult children. And this can often foster dependence for children. It's tough because parents feel responsible for their children's struggles. However, it's crucial to secure your own retirement before financially aiding adult children. When you're on a plane and they say, in the event of an emergency, please fit your own mask before helping others. This is true. If you end up in financial trouble, you won't be helping anybody. Adult children have more time and resources to improve their own finances. Your finances need to sustain you for the rest of your life. Many people regret not having the courage to live authentically, and instead they live as others expected. And the happiest retirees stop pretending and embrace their true selves. So be authentic, be yourself, and stop conforming to what others expect from you. Remember the quote that in your 20s, you care what everyone thinks. At 40, you care a bit less. And at 50, you realize no one's thinking about you all along. So stop dwelling on regrets. Start focusing on the present and the future. Your future holds more promise than your past. Forgive yourself for any past mistakes and make the most of the time you have now. For more practical tips, check out this next video, and thanks for watching. Cheers.